Mga ka-jump shot, ito na ang una nating winner para sa giveaway na 50 pesos worth of load. Siya ay si Eliza Grace Reyes. Congratulations! Tuloy-tuloy lang ang ating pamimigay. At ito ang giveaway mechanics. Number 1, subscribe to my YouTube channel at ShootersPH and hit the notification bell. Number 2, follow me on my other social media accounts at ShootersPH with a double S on Facebook and Instagram, and at ShootersPH with a single S on Twitter. Number 3, comment your answer on my pinned post on my Facebook page, and I will drop a link on the description below. Kaya mga ka-jump shot, tutok na!
And moments ago, the national anthem and the mental preparation for the game ahead. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Kemba Walker?
Well, the focus on his defense mainly, because he's outstanding. You try a crossover or a hesitation move on him, and you're likely to get your pocket picked. You got to be careful with the ball.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside picking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
Well, looking at Boston, they've turned things around in a very good way this year. Being in the middle of the pack is a pretty good step for them.
I agree. I mean, coming into the season, there really was no pressure on this club because of the low expectations. But, they've been solid. They've played hard, and they've competed. And I think they've played both ends of the floor well, and that's why they are where they are. Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. In terms of their offense, nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward, there was no getting out of it, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
Now Walker, after the missed three from Green. Reddish. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Mavericks. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup, their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
All right, great stuff, Doris. Thanks. And guys, not too much of a surprise that defense is going to be the emphasis.
Yeah, that's the type of team they are. I mean, they always seem to feed off of that defense. They're just really trying to attack and force some turnovers and get out and run.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, that's really what drives them on a game-to-game basis.
Good. Mitchell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the guy you want to see taking too many free throws. Last season, his numbers among the worst in the league.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
The pass to Soto. No good from outside.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road, maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Reddish. Offensive rebound. Robinson, that's good.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 9 points. Soto. And the layup is good.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
Doubled by Soto. Here's Walker. That is good. Walker's got 6.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
And the Mavericks with possession here. To the inside. No good from Soto.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Pass to Robinson. Fires from deep. Good. He has 6.
For him, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. And so it's Dallas with it. A 12-point game. Clark, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
They picked this team apart the couple of times they squared off with them last year. And on paper, they weren't evenly matched, and on the court, they weren't either.
Here's Porzingis, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious the defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Steve talked about last year when they met and how the differences existed between the two, and maybe the same this year too, Clark.
Well, that's the way you would expect it to play out, Kevin, but this is a different season. It's early, and we still can't be really sure if the makeup of these teams is the same as last year, so I think we're going to see something a little different.
Mavericks trailed by 10. Dallas moving it around, and Green gets it to go.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Reddish. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. He's got 8.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Outside, Green. Here's Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Back to Robinson. Brown. Dishes it to Walker. And there's the rejection. Robinson, that's good. Mavericks trailed by 8. Doncic, guarded by Walker. Here's Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot gives you such good spacing offensively.
Got a piece of it. Left side Walker. All alone. Off the left rim and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game? How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
Here's Robinson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
The Celtics with the lead. Reddish, guarded by Green. The jump hook. The Mavericks pull it in. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Passes it to Hart. 6 to shoot. No luck. Boston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Wide open look, and he hits the jumper for 2. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Walker kicks to Brown. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
The drive by Green. Deflected. And stolen by Williams. Here's Brown.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Now here's Allen. His last outing, he had 8 points. Harris. Here's Lawrence, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Mavericks making a change here, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Sinks the triple. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, guys, most coaches prefer you drive the lane in transition, but this time the floor opened up for him out on the three-point line.
Pass to Langford. Clock at 6. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Mavericks trailed by 3. There's the pass to Soto. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 5 points in the game.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Soto. Allen passes to Robinson. There's a screen. Number 42. Rebounded by Lawrence. The feed to Allen. Here's Soto. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Makes the lead pass. Shoots from the post. The shot's good from Soto. He's got 7. Boston trailing. Jumper off the screen. Good as the jump shot falls.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Allen. Harris passes to Soto. Back and down. 6 on the shot clock. And another basket for Dallas. And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Chance to regroup.
Boston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. The shot by Williams, no good.
Oh, it was a nice gamble, Kevin, but he just couldn't get it to go in.
From deep. And the shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark. And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
The shot's good from Soto.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Passes it to Langford. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Stewart. Lets it go with the 3. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Here's Allen. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Kicks to Harris. Down low. It's tipped. Williams with the steal. He passes to Langford. Lets a floater go. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Allen with it. Here's Soto. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, leading by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Next Wednesday, November 16th, the Miami Heat take on the Sacramento Kings. Do not miss it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Mavericks leading by 4. Harris with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Mitchell for the 3. That's good.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Here's Noel. Great D that time for Mitchell. Maverick shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. From past the arc. Lawrence passes to Soto. Here's Mitchell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Celtics trail by 7. And there's the pass to Langford. Moves back up. It's rebounded by Lawrence.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
And pushing it up, here's Boston.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Passes to Soto. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Langford. Harris kicks to Mitchell. And stolen by Noel. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Number 20, he's guarded by Johnson. He kicks it to Noel. From beyond the arc, and the shot is good. Noel's got 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harris outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Harris. Dallas moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound, Mavericks.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Mitchell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Back to Robinson. Brown. There's the 3. That's good. Brown's got 9.
As opposed to the first quarter, they're doing a much better job from behind the arc here in the second. They're starting to heat up a little bit, percolate from behind that three-point line, and as a result, they're chipping away at that lead.
Pulls it up. And another basket for Dallas.
Yeah.
Celtics trail by 5. And Walker kicks to Brown. Back to Walker. Brown outside. Robinson a screen on Green. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Tops in scoring, first in rebounding, and they were number 1 in blocks. An intimidating defensive squad.
But when you get down to it, I mean, the identity of this club is that they score the ball. Number 1 in the league, they have so many ways to hurt you, and that seems to inspire them with confidence every single game.
Mitchell passes to Green. Mitchell kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Green. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. And one of the plays we're going to see with him a lot is the pick and roll. He's tremendous both as a screener and a popper. And you don't see him whistled for a lot of moving screens because his positioning is solid and his timing is right on the money.
And something else he's able to do that very few players can is change his shot as he's in the air without it affecting his accuracy. I mean, that's a unique skill. And it really helps him make buckets against tight defense. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Celtics trail by 5. There's the dish to Robinson. Walker. Tatum defended by Hart. Rejected by Hart. And here is Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Takes a 3. The shot is off. Second chance shot. Rebound Boston.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Second shot opportunity.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
The Celtics have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. That free throw good from Brown. Mavericks making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. Dallas calls timeout. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Mavericks, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in points per game a year ago. They played with so much confidence, such unselfish basketball.
Doncic, guarded by Walker. He feeds it to Green. The pass to Hart, tipped, and pushing it up. Here's Boston. The rim is shaken, and he slams it one-handed.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
That is good. 8 points for him.
And he's shaken off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
From deep, Walker. Mavericks with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
Tell you, I'm anxious to see what ends up happening with that Knicks game. Should be a good one. The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Back to Green. Here's Doncic. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Reddish. Off target at the rim.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Drops in the tray off the fast break. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though. Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
The offensive rebound. Here's Doncic. And he finishes nicer on the layup. He's got 15.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
It's Brown on the wing. Robinson dishes to Walker.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Hart the pass to Green. Robinson with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Reddish. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Doncic, guarded by Walker. There's Green with the 3, and that one's good. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
Get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Outside, Robinson. Brown outside. 5 to shoot. And Walker kicks to Brown. Boston needs to get off a shot. They get it again. Robinson hangs. Misses at the rim.
That's what they call the $1 million move with the 10-cent finish.
Here's Mitchell. Another 3 for Dallas.
There is no way No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Reddish. From the top of the key, he buries it. 14 points for him.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your past, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Here's Mitchell. 10 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Robinson. Beyond the arc. Another three for Dallas.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Here's Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trailed by 14. Here's Brown. Gets the bucket. Brown's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Dishes it to Robinson. Here's Mitchell. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Robinson's got 5 points so far.
Well, if they didn't look at the scoreboard, you'd think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I like the energy they're playing with here, Steve. I mean, a nice uptick in their second chance points.
Walker goes in. Brown jacks up a three. No luck. Robinson for three. That's good. Robinson's got his third basket of the night. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Mavericks lead by 17. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Today's a day to honor our nation's heroes. It's Veterans Day, and this is the NBA Halftime Report. A terrific start for the Mavericks. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. For the Celtics, though, in this one, plenty of work still to be done. Defensive rebounding, a big problem right now. They just can't control their own backboard. Kemba Walker making his presence felt early. He's got 10 points and is up to his usual tricks, dropping a lot of dimes all over the court. A few tight games around the NBA. Let's check them out. New Orleans in a tight one against the San Antonio Spurs. Some good action out there, still close in the first frame. And another game going on. The Houston Rockets currently trailing the Grizzlies out in Memphis. Chasing at the moment, they're down 10 points in the second. And another one also in progress. Out at the United Center, the Bulls have the lead against Portland, about midway through the third out there. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Tatum. Another shot.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Robinson dishes to Walker. Off target from outside.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. They're 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Tatum. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And how about the work last season from the free throw line? He shot about 83%.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys. for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Another three for Dallas.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Robinson passes to Walker. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. 13 points for Kemba Walker.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Mitchell passes to Soto. Dallas moving the ball around. And that one's good. He's got 18.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
And Robinson throws it down.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. No good.
Now, still a great start to the half after hitting their first three, even before that miss.
It's Brown on the wing. Reddish. Clock at 6. Back to Brown from downtown. The rebound by Mitchell.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. The Mavericks, number 1.
You know, Kevin, it's going to be really hard to duplicate the level of success they had in the block shots category last season. I know they'll give it their best effort, but it's hard to imagine that they could do much better than last season.
Doubled by Mitchell. Robinson kicks to Walker. Now the feed to Brown. Here's Robinson, and good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Dallas leading by 20. Doncic, guarded by Walker. Passes it to Mitchell. Unloads. And another basket for Dallas.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's, all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And he also loves to jump into the passing lanes and pick you off. I mean, he likes to shoot the gap. It backfires on occasion, but like a great base runner, he seems to pick his spots pretty well.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Doncic, guarded by Walker. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Doncic. No good on the three.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those. Let's look at some numbers for Green. He has 9 points and 2 rebounds.
Boy, he's been hot both inside and out. I don't know what the defense is going to do from here on out.
Well, guys, he's locked in, no question.
The Mavericks have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And both free throws good for Green. Now Walker, 13 points in the game. It's stolen. Soto. Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the higher brows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
And the whistle blows, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Green with the block. And here's the fast break. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Fast break, Dallas. On up the court. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Mavericks leading by 21. Back to Green. This one for three. The shot misses. Walker with some nice D. Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Reddish. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown. Good.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Doncic, guarded by Walker. Here's Porzingis. The Mavericks rebound. Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. This is his second trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. And the Mavericks making a change here. He doesn't get the second one. Celtics trailed by 19. Kicks it to Noel. And the Celtics hit again from deep. And so it's Dallas with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Lawrence. Here's Porzingis. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 24 points for him.
Well, I don't think you can ever go wrong burning the timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Outside, Walker. No good with the triple. Mavericks leading by 18. And here's Green outside. Number 12. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well. Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 4th in lowest turnovers per game, 7th in steals, and they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers, the top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team, and when they're on their game, they're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Plenty of daylight on that shot. He's got 23.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
Now here's Noel. He's guarded closely. To the middle, number 42. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Williams kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Mavericks leading by 22. Outside, Green. Porzingis, he's guarded by Williams. That's good. He's got 27.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Tries yet again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Into Green, up off the screen. And he sinks the layup.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
That shot wide open. Brown's got 22.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his third overall.
Porzingis, he's guarded by Williams. And Green gets it to go.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Noel with it. Now Green defending. They double him with Green. There's Brown with the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap up since the start of the second half. They're starting to find the range.
Steve, the lasers are starting to do their thing. That's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Porzingis. Another three for Dallas.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
It's Brown on the wing. Number 42. That's blocked. Maverick shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Got that one up quick. 33 points for him.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
The Celtics shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. It's Brown with the drive. Misses off the right iron. Here's Dallas. Here's Porzingis. Here's Doncic. His three-pointers off the mark. The Celtics shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
For Dallas, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Walker goes in. Here's Langford. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 8th assist in the game. Now, here's Green. 18 points for him. He kicks to Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Boston now. And he lobs it up. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
They set the pick. The drive by Green. Doncic. No luck. Walker with some nice D.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They get the rebound. It's good, and there's a block called in the play. He'll get one free throw.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Mavericks making a switch here. The Mavericks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score it. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
Well,
right, Steve?
Yeah, pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
It'll count. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Dallas running away with it. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
Coming up Thursday, November 17th, the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Live from Memphis. Be there.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Mavericks shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Harris with it. Now defended by Langford. Here's the screen for three. That's good from Harris on the assist by Allen. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs. And for the Mavericks, they've got Robinson, also Johnson out there. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot.
And that's not supposed to happen. Come on now. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance. Come on.
And then Clark to dunk it with authority.
Man.
Wow.
How about the communication between the teammates? That was an impressive display.
And for Boston,
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
and for Dallas, Johnson is out there with Robinson. Then there's Allen, and it's Harris in at shooting guard. Here's Langford, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And for the Celtics, inside, here's Harris, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Harris. He has 9 points. He's really opened up things for his passing by having so much success from the three-point line.
Yeah, he's been a double threat all day, scoring and passing. What a game.
And Harris drops them both. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Down low. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Harris gets the screen from Robinson. And it's Harris off the drive. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And Johnson with the block. Harris outside. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Harris has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
Gomez, guarded by Robinson. Misses off the left iron.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Allen inside the three-point line. The quick look, no good that time. To the middle, stolen by Allen. Feeds it to Harris. Fires the three. Here's Johnson. Goes up again. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Dallas making a switch here. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Noel passes to Stewart. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's the dish to Noel. 5 on the clock. Gomez lets it fly. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Allen kicks to Robinson. Back to Allen. He feeds it to Johnson. Allen outside. And the pass to Robinson. One-on-one here. Here's Stewart. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Now here's Noel. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Hernandez, and count it from 19 feet away. Now here's Allen. Outside Robinson. Another three for Dallas.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Here's Noel, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Dallas. They're on a 17-7 run. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. The Celtics have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. No one near them. And again, it's Boston converting. The Mavericks have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Puts up a three, gets it to go.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Robinson pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. No good from Lawrence.
Now, the defense backs off a little bit because he does not shoot the ball well from the three-point line.
Hernandez, defended by Lawrence. Number 20, drains the three-pointer.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
There's the triple. Gets it to go. Boston's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. He dishes it to Noel. He passes to Stewart. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Lawrence.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Tries a three. Another three for Dallas. The Celtics shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Dishes to Noel. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Noel's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. Kept alive. Allen passes to Robinson. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Robinson's got 11 points here in just the second half. Will it go? And it's Noel missing. Dallas shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Allen, that's good.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Celtics shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Here's Noel. Robinson with the block. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Allen leading the charge.
Reverse that one. Oh, now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oof.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Here's Hernandez. Good.
Boy, you can't run an inbounds play any better than that right there.
And here are the Mavericks now. Robinson sets a screen for Allen. On the wing, Johnson. And the three off target. Snatched away. And that is good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. And they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Good. And here are the Mavericks now. Allen with it. Outside Robinson. Back to Allen. Puts it up. The Mavericks rebound.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. And taken away by Johnson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Quick hands on the steal. Quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on deep.
Noel with it. Johnson's there. Plenty of space. No good from Stewart. The Maverick shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Really left alone that time. And so here is Dallas. And here is Allen. Outside Robinson. Back to Allen. To the inside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And the first one drops. Harris is checked in for Dallas. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Boston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Pass to Stewart. Wide open. That drops. Maverick shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Allen kicks to Harris. From the arc. The Mavericks rebound.
Nice job on the offensive glass.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Here's Noel. Not really his range, and it's off target.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
Tries from 16. Harris dishes to Johnson. Pass to Robinson. Harris defended by Stewart. Harris outside. It's picked off. And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And so here is Dallas. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. The shot is off, and it's Boston the other way.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Here's Stewart. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
He's off on the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And the basket by Harris.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted to win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Dallas.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Pass to Stewart. Williams, a screen on Allen. There's the pick. The shot's good from Stewart.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.
Eto na ang tanong mga ka-Jamshot. Anong oras sa game clock unang naka-score ang Dallas Mavericks? At mga ka-Jamshot, bukod sa ipamimigay ko na 50 pesos worth of load sa makasasagot ng tama, ay isasabay ko na rin ang pamimigay ng Shooters PH merchandise kapag umabot na tayo sa 100 subscribers. O mga ka-Jamshot, hanggang dito na lang ang video ko. Thank you for watching and please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo sa mga susunod kong video. Tutok lang sa iba ko pang social media channels para sa announcement of winner. Keep safe and God bless.